Didn't y'all say that your God is not? Didn't y'all say that your God is not an author of confusion? This is something that I hear from Christians often. Your God is not a God of confusion. Yet when you look at these two people who follow this Bible, what you see is their confusion within the Bible. This is why we have so many denominations. We have Clarence Thomas, who is expressing to Michael Scroggins, who is also a Christian, that the Hebrew Bible was written by ancient Black Hebrews and that man has changed the Bible, and you have to be able to have an understanding in prayer in order to understand the difference what is written by man and what is written by God. Michael Scroggins' response is that man was moved by the Holy Ghost to write the Bible and is of no private interpretations. The God who created everything can keep his word and guide the hand that writes. And if you don't believe that, we don't serve the same God. No, you guys don't. Which was my point in the video, that's which y'all are arguing over, where man molds God to fit into whatever cultural bias that man has. Man has always done that with deity. No matter what religion you claim, this is what deity does. It fits into the culture of those who are writing it. You claim that man was inspired by God, Michael, because the book says that it is inspired by God. Clarence, who is a Black man, will find that hard to accept because of some of the ways that this religion treats people of color, that our historical experience of slavery at the hands of white Christians, it doesn't jive well with a person who comes from that descent. Whereas a person who comes from a Caucasian descent will filter it through and make other allocations for why those people did it back then, and relatively claim that they were not real Christians. I'm going to talk about that in another video right after this one. But what you two have demonstrated is the reason why some of us have problems with this religion, relative to who is looking at it, who is reading it, whose interpretation, whose doctrine you follow, you're born into, your charisma into it. You come away with it with a different understanding that fits the cultural mindset that you have. A person who is Caucasian born in Europe will have a different thought process than all of you, both of you. A person who is of African descent or African who lives in a place such as Sierra Leone or South Africa will have a different mindset. Hell, the person in Sierra Leone and South Africa could have a different mindset, just as well as the person who is a Christian in China or Japan would have a different mindset from all of y'all. America is such a diverse country with so many different thought processes, opinion, and with such a horrible history of Christians, that the mindset of Christianity in America creates hundreds, if not thousands, of denominations. And you two gentlemen have just demonstrated that. So tell me without telling me how your God is not truly the author of confusion. And by the way, if your God was able to write the 10 Commandments, why didn't he just write the whole damn book instead of allowing for man to have their own interpretation and biases? So remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.